Hey there, card folk. Speed Robo here. It's a beautiful summer day, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and the battlefield is packed in Legacy's Allure. Today's episode of Blitz Brawl awaits. Let's dive in. And here we are, folks, at the start of today's Blitz Brawl. We have Gravy down on red versus Nohavenameiwant, more commonly known as Patrick, over on blue. We've got a Gath versus Gath showdown today. And here we go. Attacker and defender has been selected. Nohavenameiwant up at the top on the blue side is playing defender, and Gravy is down on attacker. The placement phase is about to begin, and here we go. As usual in Blitz, the abilities go down right away, as you know exactly where they're going to go. You don't have to place anything. We've got Carthul versus Carthul as well. This is a really interesting setup. I'm excited to see where it goes. Alright, so let's check out these abilities and items and see what the difference in build is. Both players are in fact running Battle Fury, which makes sense. Generally, when you go for a Carthul build, you're going to want to keep your action economy up, and the best way to do that is with Battle Fury. Battle Fury gives one of your allied units charging an extra power, and it gives Carthul an extra action. The only downside to it is that your target's health becomes 1. But if you're running things like Patrick is, the Skorgs that already have 1 health, not really a problem. Then, let's see, Gravy here chose Chain Lightning 3, a super powerful but super expensive ability. For 3 mana and at 2 range, Carthul can deal 4 damage, then 3 damage, then 2 damage, then 1 damage to 4 different chained units. And Patrick chose Lightning Bolt 2, just a simple deal 2 magic damage to a target spell, very solid. On top of that, we're taking Talisman of Precision to allow Patrick's ranged units to choose straight through armor. Both these players playing lightning fast, and that's exactly what we like to see in Blitz. So let's do a little analysis on their setups. Gravy down here on red is taking my personal favorite card, Crag Behemoth. Crag Behemoth, 6 power, 2 movement, 12 health, steadfast, and enemy units cannot move through him. For 15 gold, this is a super powerful tanky unit. Razormane Manticore is providing physical damage return, which may not be super helpful against Gath. Gath has a ton of magic damage options, and so this could be a problem, but we'll have to find out. Troll Doctor for healing and 2 grunts to act as pawns, I think is so far looking like a very smart, tanky, high health setup on Gravy's end. Patrick, though, going with the classic slingshot build, grabbing a ton of high-power units in the form of Skorg Hellion and Skorg Archer in order to throw with that slingshot. Slingshot's ability, Launch, allows Patrick to sacrifice one of his units to deal physical damage to an enemy target equal to the power of the sacrificed unit. Not to mention, we're also taking Troll Shaman, another buffing ability on Gath's side. This works very similarly to Battle Fury, but with a few slight differences. Bloodthirst gives an allied unit +1 power, charging, piercing, and it ignores steadfast. The incoming damage to that unit is reduced to 0 for the round, but that unit is destroyed at the end of the round. Cave Troll is a very tanky unit. It's kind of like a mini Crag Behemoth. And Patrick also chose the Razormane Manticore to bring to this table. Hellbear coming down on Gravy's side, charging Imbued and Burn 2 with the ability to move enemy units around the battlefield. This can really cut through the Razormane Manticore super quick, because Imbued means that this card does not deal physical damage, it deals magic damage instead. Now we're back over to Gravy's side, drafting the last few pieces. For flankers, looks like Gravy is bringing Goblin Archers, a Goblin Flanker, and a Goblin Bomb. These units are really good at moving around the outside and taking out enemy pieces. And it looks like Patrick is bringing a very similar setup in the form of the Goblin Flankers and Goblin Archers. The fact that Gravy did not bring Spell Shock is very helpful for... It's very helpful for Patrick right now. With Troll Shaman, Skorg Sorcerer, and Carthul, there's going to be a lot of mana spent. Skorg Sorcerer is a super interesting card. It gives a target allied unit a buff that the next time this unit attacks exhausts the defender. This buff permeates between rounds, so you can set this up at the beginning of the game and then use it at round 7 to win the game. Or you can use Enrage, which forces an enemy unit to attack a target enemy, which forces an enemy unit to attack another one of your units. It can steal an action and make some very nasty retaliate damage happen. Looks like Gravy's finishing the draft. He's locking it in. And Patrick is also done, ready to rock. We're going to go straight into the battle phase here. And here we go with the first move. Gravy using Battle Fury to power up that Skorg Archer. This is going to be threatening Patrick's Slingshot, because Skorg Archer can move 1, 2, 3, and then hit that Goblin Slingshot. Patrick's going to need to figure out how to defend this. Maybe move the Razormane Manticore to directly in front of that Slingshot. That might do it. A Grunt will work as well. Grunts really showing their main function in this game as blockers and defensive pawns. Skorg Archer's just going to take the middle. That is bold. But now, Patrick's going to take back with the Goblin Flanker. I've never seen a Flanker get into the middle before. Like, okay. Now it's over to Gravy. How's Gravy going to take this back? Carthul moving to E2. Wow, okay, we're getting a really aggressive position with this Carthul. But that does mean that Carthul's actually... is that a misplay? I mean, the Skorg can just move up, and the Goblin Slingshot can move up with his combinable launch and take out Carthul. I don't know what Gravy's plan is with this. He's locking it in, though. Skorg Sorcerer granting a buff. Ooh, it's the Goblin Slingshot. That is going to be a brutality buff. This means that the next time Slingshot attacks, it is going to exhaust the target. Grunt is moving in to help block off Carthul, keep him safe. What Gravy's doing here is some incredibly solid play. What you're seeing is that he is pushing up his defensive line while trying to keep his units in formation. This is generally what you want to be doing when you're the attacker in Legacy's Allure, and especially Blitz. If you can move forward your units closer to the center hex, the win condition of the game, while keeping your units protected and guarding each other, that is one of the fundamental ways to play this game and win this game. Back over to Patrick. His Skorg Archer got the Battle Fury, so that means that it has charging and +1 power this turn. Patrick's thinking through his options here. I honestly think, right, that you could just... Okay, we're going to power up Bloodthirst. One of the units. Looks like we're going to be bloodthirsting the Goblin Flanker. It's pretty good. Ooh, okay. So the point of the Bloodthirst on the unit that is tapped is that that Goblin Flanker would hold the center for the turn. But with Hellbear, you can just move the Flanker off the center. I think that makes a lot of sense. Oh, really good play. Okay, for the folks who missed how fast that went, here's what happened. Hellbear moves up to remove the Goblin Flanker. Hellbear is sitting at F3. The Skorg Archer from H6 moves to F4 to deal 4 damage to the Hellbear. Now the Hellbear has 2 health left. So Gravy heals it for 2. That means the Hellbear has 4 health left. So Goblin Slingshot moves forward, sacrificing the Goblin Archer, who already acted and had 4 power to deal that last 4 damage to Hellbear. Honestly, brilliant from Patrick. Gravy now has a huge hole on his right flank. That Hellbear's gone. Things are getting exposed. He's going to need to move the Grunt up to try and protect that Carthul again. Patrick's trying to find a way to carve another hole in Gravy's lineup. Cave Troll just going to move to center? I think that's solid because the Goblin Flanker's in the way. Hellbear can't come in and move Cave Troll off the center. I think Cave Troll just taking center is kind of what we want to see here. Hellbear coming in, pushing the flanker up 1. Now, the reason why he would want to do this is so that Crag Behemoth can move next to Cave Troll and start contesting the center. Could be good. Patrick checking out his options. What could he do here? I think just honestly move his Skorgs up a little bit, get them to a more aggressive position. At this point, just start surrounding the center and just start fighting for the center, honestly. I think that's the way to go. One interesting thing is that Skorg Hellion can move and block Crag Behemoth. No, because Crag Behemoth just takes that. Never mind. That's a bad idea. Don't do what I'm saying. You know, there's a reason why they're out there and I'm stuck in my mom's basement. Doing the casting for the game, you know. Carthul moving up. Not sure what the plan is on that. I think it's because it's a really safe push. Gravy's right side is very weak at this stage. All he has over there is a Razormane Manticore, essentially. Like, it's not really that big of a threat. And with Carthul moving closer to it, Carthul can start dealing magic damage. Goblin Archer sort of circling around. I don't know, I guess Gravy could start skipping if he wanted to. Just take first. Getting the Goblin Archers closer to the action. In a Gath versus Gath matchup, there's going to be a lot happening at the center. I think this is about right. Is Gravy going to lock it in? He does. Back over to Patrick. Goblin Flanker is going to try to contest with that Archer. So how do you answer that? You block with a Flanker. You can just H3, I think is fine. He's considering it. There's not really... Oh, I guess the Slingshot kills it if he goes to H3. But if he's... I don't know. If you're wasting your Slingshot on taking down Goblin Flanker, I think that's fine. Like, with Slingshot's brutality, it completely wastes the brutality. Yeah, just H3 is good, honestly. Let's go H3. Gonna skip with the Skorg Archer. Okay. Okay. I can respect that. Just gonna take first move. Razormane Manticore just pushing up 1. We're really gonna contest that center. I think it's wise, you know. Patrick's got the advantage right now. He's got the positioning. I'd say hold it. I'd say do whatever you can to just hold that position. Win the game that way. Oh, he does have to worry about this Chain Lightning, though. That's the thing. That is something important. Chain Lightning 3 from Gravy can come down. Patrick gets a little too close. Patrick bringing his own Goblin Archer in. You gotta watch this center Hex. during this game, folks, it is going to be where all of the action happens. No player on either side is even considering trying to pull it off a flanking maneuver and go for that backline. Everybody's just saying, we're going center. Let's do this. It's going to be a rumble at the middle. Yep, Goblin Archer swinging it around. Gravy locks in the move, back over to Patrick. I think it might just be skipping time. Ooh! Yeah, I don't think pushing up the Archer at this point is a good idea, because Goblin Bomb just kills it. Goblin Archer moving in. Goblin Bomb moves in, and this is... Well, no, Gravy still has his Spike Collar Hound. Patrick picking what he wants to do with his Skorgs. He's going to skip, and he's going to take the first action. Spike Collar Hound. Now, this is something that's important about Spike Collar Hound. Spike Collar Hound has 3 movement, 1 power, charging, and pathing. This means that Spike Collar Hound can move through enemy units and take out a Skorg Hellion immediately. This could be major. Brutality still on that Goblin Slingshot. Yeah, Patrick had no choice. He had to take down. He had to take it down immediately. And the Goblin Flanker died due to brutality. That's another excellent point. Patrick's looking a little open right now. Goblin Bomb exploding on the Archer. Both players losing pieces so fast. So furious. It's looking like a Vin Diesel movie. Oh my goodness. And yeah, the piece is still flying off the board. That Goblin Flanker is going to take out the Archer. Ravy activating the legendary skill known as Battle Fury, giving the Skorg Archer +1 power and charging. Grunt moving in to protect the Goblin Slingshot. Hellbear is going to roar the Grunt back, perhaps. Going in. Is it going to happen? Back over to Patrick. He could move the Razormane Manticore to D6 and protect the Slingshot once again. Goblin Slingshot. Is he willing to give it up? Oh, he could sacrifice the Grunt to deal 3 damage and then move the Slingshot back and keep it safe from the Archer. That's not a bad play either. Carthul's down! He was just in range, with just enough damage to remove Gravy's Carthul. That's huge! Skorg Archer running up to deal 4 damage to Cave Troll. Cave Troll at half health. This Crag Behemoth could take it out in one swing. What is Patrick going to do about that? Is he going to give up the center Hex? Or is he going to have Cave Troll take out a Grunt in a final blaze of glory? Or even deal 5 damage to Crag Behemoth? The options are almost overwhelming. Now, one thing that is interesting here is that Patrick could use Bloodthirst on that Cave Troll to keep it alive for the round and give it +1 power and charging, but he chooses not to. Just deal the 5 damage to Crag Behemoth. I think that's good. Down goes the Goblin Flanker, that's fine. It traded 3 gold for 3 gold. I don't even know who's up at this point. The pieces are coming off the board that quickly. Patrick moving up the Troll Shaman to activate its ability, Bloodthirst. Spending 2 mana to give 2 of those possible buffs. Could it be? You could power up Skorg Hellion to ignore Steadfast, and it could theoretically take out Crag Behemoth. No, Crag Behemoth has 12 health. It still won't be enough. But it could deal some damage. +1 power and charging on the Skorg Hellion, and since it's bloodthirsted, it will die at the end of the round. Maybe he'll be targeting the Hellbear. It's hard to say for sure. That Troll Shaman is in a precarious position. Gravy taking his Razormane Manticore and throwing it directly into the fray. Changing his mind. Just going to use Troll Doctor, heal off that damage to Crag Behemoth. Back over to Patrick. Razormane Manticore shooting straight into the enemy's back line, threatening the Troll Doctor. Gravy's really taking his time and planning through every possible move. I think just having Crag Behemoth take center might be the strongest play. It does have Steadfast. No enemy is near him. The worst that's going to happen is that Carthul deals it some damage with Lightning Bolt. I think that's fine. Whoa! Okay, we're just going to skip right over that center and start threatening the enemy? I think that could be good. Battle Fury has not been used this turn from Patrick's Carthul. Battle Fury going on Skorg Hellion. Okay, I kind of saw this coming. This means that Skorg Hellion now has Pathing and 6 power. That Hellbear is guaranteed going to leave the field this turn. Razormane Manticore closing in to threaten Carthul. How is Patrick going to respond to this? Simply by taking out that Hellbear right now, not even wasting any time. It is gone. Okay, Gravy's taking his Goblin Archer to circle around and threaten one of Patrick's Skorgs. The Skorg at this point cannot move to any board spot and be protected. So that card is definitely going to die at the start of next round. Carthul just moving back and using a Lightning Bolt on Razormane Manticore to rack up damage. I think it's smart. And now Gravy's going to start skipping out so that he gets to go first. This means Slingshot's toast. Skorg Archer's going to move in. And I think Gravy just skips with the grunt. Gets to go first. I mean, if he doesn't, Slingshot's just gonna shoot. Yeah. Oh no. Losing the ability to go first, I think is huge, honestly. I really do. I think it's gonna be massive. Brutality on Troll Shaman. Oh my god. This is... Things turned around for Gravy. Patrick was in a strong position, but now Gravy's here, and it's a problem. Is all Crag Behemoth has to do is just step on that slingshot. I think that's the way to go. That is a huge amount of damage. Yeah, that is not good. I mean, I guess Patrick gets to take the Skorg Archer now with Troll Shaman? Or Goblin Archer. Goblin Archer works too. My cat Molly is joining me for commentary. Okay, Patrick is choosing to sacrifice his Skorg Archer to deal damage to Crag Behemoth. I'm not sure that was... Well, the Skorg Archer was going to get lost anyway because of the enemy's Goblin Archer. That actually makes sense. That was smarter than I gave him credit for. Just going to use the Razormane Manticore to take out the Troll Doctor. And Gravy's own Razormane moves in. Skorg Sorcerer dealing 2 damage at range to Crag Behemoth. Very smart. And this means Crag Behemoth is in kill range from the Skorg Hellion. Well done, Patrick. Gravy's Goblin Archer is going to take center. And down goes Crag Behemoth. Gravy just skipping. Arthur dealing 2 more damage to that Razormane Manticore. Now with no way to heal it, I don't know what Gravy's game plan's going to be. Goblin Flanker skips. Gravy's really wanting to go first for some reason. Troll Shaman takes out the Skorg Archer, wasting the Brutality buff, but I think that's okay. Razormane comes in. Skorg Sorcerer is going to move up and forcing the Goblin Archer to attack Razormane Manticore. Hey, that's pretty good. Throwing it all the way in the back. Very solid. No, he's choosing it to keep it more up front. Okay. Gravy's Goblin Flanker is getting closer, looking to take out the Skorg Sorcerer or maybe the Troll Shaman. Arthur using his last mana on a Lightning Bolt to exterminate the Razormane. Front capturing the center hex. And Patrick will just use his Razormane to take out the Archer. At this point, it is looking very much in Patrick's favor. I'm not sure if Gravy can find a way to spin this around. Gravy's going first. That Skorg Sorcerer can be taken out with either the Grunt or the Flanker. And we're going to use the Flanker for it. I think that's a good idea. Troll Shaman can deal 1 damage to the Grunt, putting it in kill range of the Razormane, though. But he's just going to use the Razormane to take out the Flanker instead. That might be okay. With only 2 Grunts left, it's going to be really, really hard for Gravy to find a way to pull this off. I don't even know if it's possible. 1 Grunt just runs away from center. Carthul closes in. Back over, we're in round 6. This is the endgame, folks. Troll Shaman goes down from the Grunt. Razormane captures center. Changing his mind. And that is a concede from Gravy. Understandable. At this point, the Grunts would both just die if they tried to attack the Razormane. I really don't think there was anything he could do to win this. This was one of the most active games we've seen in Blitz Brawl in quite a while. I hope that everybody at home enjoyed watching it as much as I did. I've been Speed Robo, and I'll see you next time.